Okay, we're going to do a short video today of the game Grant Takes Command. Now, this video will be more of a report than a playthrough because we didn't finish the game today. Me and an opponent tried the Grant Crosses the Rapidan scenario. It's a 5-turn scenario beginning May 4th to May 8th. My friend took the Union Army and I took the Confederates. And this is the positions that we reached when we finished the game, at least as far as we were going to play. We did 3 turns, May 4th, May 5th, and May 6th. I'll just give you a general rundown on what happened, and I'll zoom in closer so you can see the positions of the men. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the scenario, know that Grant's army starts up here in the Brandy Station area, Culpeper. Lee's army is a little bit to the west near Orange Courthouse. Now historically, Grant tried to push through the wilderness here as quickly as he could by crossing at Germanna Ford. That's what Harry, taking the Union Army, more or less did. He moved as fast as he could down through here. I moved Lee's forces to intercept him, and we had combat almost exactly where the historical Battle of Wilderness took place. A difference in Harry's strategy was he took part of the cavalry division under Torbert and is now working around Lee's rear. And I'll zoom in now and show you closer up where the positions are. He moved some of Burnside's corps on, not all of it. The cavalry's still yet to come on, and he's got his wagon train back here. Down here, I've got, is it Hampton? Yeah, it's Hampton's brigades of cavalry, and they can't move till turn 4, so I've put a little 4 on there. So I'll show you the Confederate force display and the Union display, and we'll zoom in and see what's going on. Okay, for this game we decided to use the force markers, and I must say it cleaned up the game quite a bit. I've got my main force. Force 1 is A.P. Hill's 2 divisions, Anderson and Heath. Anderson has built breastworks. Ewell's 2 divisions, Johnson and Early, and they've thrown up breastworks. And Longstreet, under Field, isn't entrenched yet, and they're on Lee's right flank. And let's take a look at the Union Army. Okay, we all know that Lee is outnumbered in this campaign, so that comes as no surprise. He's got Hancock's 2nd Corps. Barlow's division is built breastworks. Griffin's is with him from the 5th Corps. And we've got Mott and Birney. Birney happens to have breastworks. Getty is all by himself, Force 3. Sedgwick's division has got Wright's division has breastworks, and Wadsworth and the artillery reserve. So he's got 5 forces. Now we'll just take a look from the Union point of view here, from the rear of the Union lines. So you can see the Union are stretched down this road here, and like I said, we're almost exactly on the Wilderness battlefield. And there's the Confederate line. Ewell, Lee, and Longstreet. And Grant himself is down here with Sheridan's cavalry standing off against Fitzhugh Lee's. Let's take a look at the situation from the other side. Okay, Force 1, or Force 2 rather, that's the Ewell's force, the 2 divisions. That's Lee's force, and that's Longstreet's force. So we've got a bit of a stalemate there as we're both beginning to dig in. We've got a bit of a stalemate here with Sheridan opposite Lee, Fitzhugh Lee. That's Lee's son, I believe. And Stuart just got over a bad thrashing from Sheridan. He got demoralized and all that. He's just rallied. We've got Torbert down here, like I said, doing an outflanking into Lee's rear, and I've just moved W.H.F. Lee to kind of block. And we've still got Kershaw's division and Wilcox's division coming up, also Rhodes. And a bit of a standoff here. Stuart's brigade, that's just a brigade, in a fort though, and Ramser's brigade are holding off this force here. So we have a very interesting situation. For those of you who have not played the scenario, to get points, the Union more or less has to get their trains here to Chancellorsville and keep a line of communications back off the board into Culpeper. They'll get more points if they can get the trains to Chancellorsville and have a line of communications to here at Spotsylvania Courthouse. So this is still a very interesting scenario. Now, the points. I'll have to work out the points. I think I've moved the victory point track. The Confederates were ahead. I think they had about they were about 11 points. So nominally the Confederates are winning, but it's far from over. We still have 2 turns left to go with lots of action. So that's my mini report of our game of Grant Takes Command Scenario 2. Now I'll be off to WBC fairly soon, and maybe I'll be able to do part 2 when I get back. But I really like this Grant Takes Command game. This particular scenario is very, very exciting. So that's my video report, and thank you for watching.